And now, here are the stars of Inside Winston Cup Racing: Ned, Steve, Randy, and Tommy.
Well, come on in. Welcome to the Inside Winston Cup Racing Sports Club. We want to thank you for all your interest in joining us. And I think you know everybody here except for Eric. You'd never get to see Eric. He's our director. Well, you join the club, so you get the blooper tape, and unfortunately, we have to be here for it.
You know, I guess, Steve, we're sacrificing our dignity and our professionalism to some degree. But this tape is made exclusively for those who join the sports club, and you deserve it, but now keep it to yourself.
Now, and also, you get to see only our best takes, but we don't do them all in one take, do we?
Not quite. But we do it all for you.
That's right. So here we go. We're sparing our own pride. Let's go ahead and roll the tape and look at some of Ned and mine's favorite moments. Roll the tape, Eric.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Winston Cup Racing. Try that again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Winston Cup Racing. How come that first one goes easy and then start goofing up? In 5. Steve, I believe this is the strongest contingent of rookie drivers that the NASCAR Winston Cup circuit has had in a long, long time.
Certainly is.
Well, our time's up for today.
I couldn't think of what to say. And they're building a brand new short track here at the Tide Shops, and Ned, they'll debut this.
They're not building short tracks, they're building short track cars.
Oh, I didn't think. I forgot a word.
Yeah, that's all, just one little 3-letter word. We need to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to meet a couple of young fellas who have built one of the most formidable teams on, I shouldn't say that word, I can't even get it out.
That's my first rule.
Well, our time has come and gone quickly. Hope you enjoyed the show today. We'll see you here next week.
And our thanks to the guys here at the Precision Products Shop for allowing us to come into the show and bring it to you from right here. Stop, show.
He'll probably do 2 or 3 of those today. Okay, in 5. Well, the Bill Edwards Mark...
Now watch Benny here.
Well, the Mark 1 team has named Rick Mass.
Guys are hot. Tell you what, same exact thing. You say when we come then we give Benny explicit instructions. You can say another guy I'm familiar with, and we'll also have the news.
Okay. Okay. And I say, he's going to say the news.
And you will. Now he's got it.
Dialed in now. We need to take a short break. When we come back, we'll meet Junior Donlevy.
That's another guy I'm familiar with. Don't miss it.
And we'll have the latest news, too.
Ned saved him, though. Thank you, Ned. If any of you would like some information on how you could visit Wild Dunes, and it is a beautiful place, you can call 1-800-845-8880 and ask for your voice back. Comes and goes.
In 5. Steve, the Coca-Cola 600
Here's a guy that comes to dinner, doesn't leave.
Stock car race in the world, and certainly one of the most
those guys doing?
You know, the temperatures were starting to soar. We're getting into the time of year. Doesn't make sense to him either. Come into play, and I'm sorry.
He said, "The heck with this."
He said, "Wasn't that good?" I'm gonna keep staff here at Precision Products for allowing us to bring you. That was so close. When it starts going bad, it stays bad. Need some sparks, Eddie. Okay, in 5.
Steve, there have been 2 prominent driving schools in...
It was a hot day, wasn't it?
Steve, there have been 2 prominent driving schools in the past, Bob Bondurant and Steve, in the past we've talked about driving schools, the Bob Bondurant Driving School in California, the Buck Baker Driving School in North Carolina, and now there's another third. Steve, we talked about
that time before.
the Bob Bondurant School in California, the Buck Baker Driving School in North Carolina, and now there's another one. And my tongue won't work. Spend $1,000 on your eyes and then your mouth won't work.
Buy them books and send them to school. Yeah. Cue the sparks. Sparks. Cue the sparks. In 5.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you be sure to be with us here next week.
And our thanks to the folks here inside the Precision Products Shop for allowing us to shoot the show here. Oh, God. Almost slipped there.
Well, our time's up for today. Hope you enjoyed the show, and our thanks to... Who's shop are we in? No bloopers out of this.
Getting worse.
Try it again in 5. Well, our time's up for today. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you be sure to be with us here next week.
And our thought.
See, everybody in racing knows how we do. We talk about all the shops. Well, Steve, I'm sort of partial to Hickory Speedway. That's where I started my racing career and always enjoy seeing races there. We need to take a short break. When we come back, what are we going to have? Car builders. Car builders. Okay.
And we'll also have a look at a chassis.
I threw you on that.
No,
one.
I just.
I should.
I was just standing here smiling, enjoying the weather.
It was good that day.
Yeah.
I don't need to respond much.
Look at Scott.
Oh! He's cleaning. That's the scientific case.
Well, our time's all eaten up for today. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you be sure to be with us here next week.
And so's our tape. Do we have 2 tapes, Scott? 3. All right.
This is Scott on our
Okay,
hip
I'm ready.
right here.
Thanks again for watching us here on the Nashville Network, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
And okay.
Say something, somebody. Oh, I'm the one that started. I was waiting for you. Sounding like a dummy. Okay.
Ned, one reason the Winston Cup point system was changed back in the 1970s is because points. I bit my tongue. Ned, one reason the point system was changed back in the early 1970s was that earlier.
Cut that out.
You're wasting valuable tape. Ned, one of the reasons the point system was changed back in the early 70s is because the.
It's hard to talk when the wind blows. Our time's up for today. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you be sure to be with us here next week.
And our thanks to the folks here at the Precision Products Racing Team for allowing us to bring you the show from inside their shops.
And always, thanks.
I finally got it. You got it.
Now, Steve, I couldn't say the last 2 words.
Yeah, right, I know it.
Okay,
Paint fumes.
here we go. Well, fans might wonder why he only lost 2 points
Now, Ned's
when
gonna
he
explain the
finished
point
3
system.
positions behind Rusty Wallace. Well, that's 12 points for the 3 positions, but Dale Earnhardt got all the bonus points. He led the most laps for 5 bonus points, plus the fact he led a lap, and Rusty didn't lead a lap, so that's how it wound up the way it was. Okay, now that you're getting confused, let's go to Randy Pemberton, who has the summary of this weekend's races.
I just stood there nodding my head.
Oh, here's a good one.
Mailboxes
Okay.
are fun.
In 5. Well, Steve, it's time now for the mailbox, and our first question comes from Ann Griffey of Issaquah, Washington. Well, I'm going to have time with that one. I tell that already. Okay.
Ned, it's time now for the mailbox, and our first question must have come from a mechanical engineer. His name is Donald Hughes from Millville, New Jersey, and he writes, how many test methods are used in the building of Winston Cup race cars? For example, magnetic particle on ferrous materials, fluorescent penetrant inspection for non-ferrous materials, eddy current, ultrasonics, and X-ray. Well, Donald, that technical answer will go to Steve Meal, who's a team
Well, you got through all of that.
I got who's a team physicist. Magnetic particle on ferrous materials, fluorescent penetrant inspection for non-ferrous materials, eddy current, ultrasonics, and X-ray. Well, Donald, for that very technical answer, we'll go to Steve Meal, and he's a team manager on the Stroh's Light Thunderbirds that Mark Martin drives.
Boy, I'm glad you did that one. I appreciate you picking that one out. We'd have been here all night.
I'll tell you, it was the first one I grabbed. And
Well, Steve, it's time now for the mailbox, and our first question comes from Ann Griffey of Where was that place in New York last year?
Islip.
Oh.
If there is a discrepancy among scores, which one is considered official? Well, Carla, for that answer, we'll go to Nikki Taylor.
Sometimes those questions are harder.
Issaquah. Issaquah. Okay. In 5. These things has been happening. It's time now for the mailbox, and our first question comes from the wind blew it away. Well, Steve, it's time now for the mailbox, and our first question comes from Ann Griffey of Issaquah. Reckon we'll get them to change the name of that place.
Yeah.
Maybe that girl could move. So, Steve, it's time now for the mailbox, and our first question comes from Ann Griffey of Issaquah, Washington. Ann writes, how many Winston Cup officials work each race? During pit stop action, I frequently see
You got the name.
Can't even read now.
And on behalf of Ned, Tommy, Randy, and Bob Thomas, thanks again for watching us here on the Nashville Network. And we'll see you again next week from the birthplace of speed, Hootie-Wah, Florida.
Hootie-Wah. Today, hope you enjoyed the show, and our thanks to all the folks here at the Tide Shop for allowing us to come in here today.
And as always, thanks you. Thanks you guys. Okay. Well, Ned, I don't know about you, but my face is still red from that.
Yeah, it sure is take a while to get over that, but I know these people are going to enjoy it.
And it's like you said, the guys in the shop see all our blooper tapes throughout the year.
You know, these guys were sitting over there
Yeah,
laughing pretty hard
about to have their turn.
while we were on.
That's right.
And, well, we wonder what they got coming up.
Well, one time this summer, I went on vacation to my brother's wedding, and Randy got to fill in. Looks easy, doesn't it?
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's roll it.
That's one day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Winston Cup Racing. Today, we're on Lake Norman, North Carolina at the Baker Ship Racing Shops. This is where they build and maintain the Crisco Pontiacs that Jimmy Spencer drives on the Winston Cup circuit. My partner, Steve, is not with us today, but Randy Pemberton is.
Well, Steve's taking a little deserved vacation. He's somewhere lost in the West Virginia mountains by now. I think let's try that.
Yeah, here we go.
That wasn't too bad.
Well, Jack Ingram is off to one of his best starts in recent years, Ned, on the Busch Grand National Circuit. He's right in the middle of it for the driving title.
Yes, he is, and he's trying to win his 6th National Driving Championship. He has a...
Ned was stunned because you weren't there.
I'm giving you so much to say. That's the
No,
problem.
that's fine. I just,
You ready?
I'm just losing it.
Points title.
Yes, he is. The man just keeps on rolling along year after year. He already has 5 national driving titles to his credit, and
I screwed up.
Letting him off the hook, huh?
Okay, yeah, this is it.
yep, he has 5 national driving titles already to his credit, trying to win his 6th. Tommy? Boy, I'm not on the tall today.
Okay, we'll get it.
One of those days.
Okay. I'll try it again. Mine doesn't change anything. I just 3 words, and there you go, Ned.
That's fine. There you go.
Okay, you ready?
It's all yours.
All right.
Well, Randy, Jack Ingram has always been one of the hardest chargers in the Busch Grand National Series, and he still is charging.
Well, Ned, we need... Okay, I'll try it again. Well, we need to take a short break. When we come back, we'll meet...
Turn the corner.
Yeah.
We've moved into the fabrication part of the shops here at Baker Ship Racing now.
Well, I'll tell you, Ned... okay, that's fine.
Didn't give yourself a chance, did you?
I sort of left it cold.
Of course, Jimmy Spencer is now the driver of these Crisco Pontiacs at Baker Ship Racing. He's another one of the talented rookies that has come into the sport. As a matter of fact, he has driven this car. That didn't sound right.
Randy's patting that thing.
Yeah,
A little loud back there.
I'm reaching for something.
Like a racehorse, the Chevrolet Monte Carlo has been a gracious and gutsy performer, pure thoroughbred. In 1989, no, that's not what I want to say. Like a racehorse, the Chevrolet Monte Carlo has been a gracious and gutsy performer, pure thoroughbred. But the last race that the Chevy Lanny...
Making it to the top in any major league sport is difficult. Baseball develops all its talent through the minor leagues.
I didn't have it right
The
here.
NFL and the NBA takes all its talent through the established ranks of the colleges. No, it's not right. Let me try it again. The NFL and NBA takes all its talent through the NFL and NBA drafts all its college players into the
Of course
pros.
they do.
But the Winston Cup pool of talent... Oh, man, I'm just all fouled up. Potential.
I didn't know
I'll
that
have to
much
do
about
something
those
else
sports
because I'm
either.
really worried I'm not going to be able to do it. I just got, and I can't think. We'll have more on that testing session next week on our show as Rusty Wallace continues to close in on his first Winston Cup championship. Well,
That's in North Wilkesboro.
we'll have more on that testing session from Rockingham as
Try not to lose his temper.
we'll have more on that testing session from Rockingham on our next show.
I can do it.
I'm Randy Pemberton. I'll have all the highlights from the very exciting...
There it is back there, Randy.
Where are we? Yeah, turn around and read it. What city are we in?
I'm Randy Pemberton. I'll have all the highlights from the very exciting Pontiac excitement. Neil Bonnet made his... let's try it again. and 3.
Count the Neils.
Yeah.
Count
Neil
the
Bonnet made
Neils.
his return to Winston Cup Racing in the Budweiser at the Glen. Neil had missed 2 races while recovering from surgery. Neil had originally qualified his Raymock Pontiac in 5th position, but unfortunately, Neil crashed his car through the S's when he cut down a tire. And because he had to borrow Mike Waltrip's car and use it as a backup, and it was not the car he qualified, Neil had to start dead last in the field.
We have a winner.
I'm rolling. Speed.
He's concentrating.
This is the man that won the most prestigious award in motorsports journalism.
In 5.
Guess I'll take it back.
Wait a minute. In 5.
Last but not least, okay, and 3. Last but not least, the saga between car owner Raymond Beadle and driver Rusty Wallace continued this past week when Raymond Beadle filed a countersuit to Rusty's lawsuit at Charlotte Court. Last but not least, the saga between driver... One more time. Now, let me try that one more time. One more time. Okay, last time.
That's all.
Nah, one more time. One more time.
Here we go.
I just can't concentrate. Now, why am I thinking so hard? Last time. Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm racing.
That's what he wanted to do. That's the reason he couldn't concentrate.
Okay. In 5.
He wanted to crank that thing up.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop.
It was take 27. 27. The season pro. We get all of our existing talent from SETN, the Special Events Television Network, which produced This Week of Motorsports or something like that. Randy, now you're in the big times.
I tell you, I'm really enjoying it, Steve. I hope my potential will come through. I've been working on it real hard. You know, 3, 4, 5 takes doesn't bother me. When I get up into 10 takes, Steve, I get a little worried.
A few more years with us, and you'll be in the big leagues too.
My face hurts.
Oh,
boy.
Okay, Tommy.
Oh, boy.
All right. Now,
Save the best for last, huh?
not to let ourselves off the hooks, but we never worked from a script. That's not an excuse, but it sounded good from here. Well, okay, we did save the best for last.
Yeah,
Go
boy.
ahead and roll it, Eric. Here comes Tommy Kirkman's greatest hits.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
In 3. I'm Tommy Kirkman. The Budweiser 200 for the Busch Grand National Series also took... I'm Tommy Kirkman. While Davey Allison was picking up his first win of the Winston Cup season, Tommy Ellis was busy taking his second win of the Busch... Tommy Ellis picked up his second win of the Busch Grand National... Defending Busch Grand National champion Tommy Ellis was busy picking up his second win...
The helicopter broke.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'll spit it out here in a minute. In 3. Defending Busch Grand National champion Tommy Ellis was busy picking up his second win of the season on that circuit. I'm Tommy Kirkman. The Budweiser 200 for the Busch Grand National circuit was also to be run here at the Bristol International Raceway. But
Nothing wrong with that.
it was raining.
Oh, Tommy interviews the duck here at Martinsville.
Bloopers, bloopers.
He probably could have done it better than I did.
Gave him a good interview, though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, get him away.
Move along.
Until the hierarchy of NASCAR elects to run their races in dome stadiums such as the Houston Astrodome and the Seattle Kingdome, until the hierarchy of NASCAR elects to run their race,
Randy told me to
well,
say it.
Oh, here we go. They're going to huddle.
you know, this great sport will always be at the mercy.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Look at Coach over there.
I don't know about this. Until the hierarchy of NASCAR elects to run their Winston Cup and Busch Grand National... Yeah, okay. In 3. And in 3. I'm Tommy Kirkman. Jeff Bodine won the country... What is it? I'm Tommy Kirkman. Jeff Bodine won the Country Squire Holmes Busch Grand National race. I'm Tommy Kirkman. Jeff Bodine won the Country Squire Holmes 200 Busch Grand National race in an event... I'm Tommy Kirkman. I'm Tommy Kirkman. I'm Tommy Kirkman. I'm Tommy Kirkman. I'm Karen Goins. Young Rob Moroso took the checkered flag when leader Harry Gant was black flag. Let me do it again. Just leave it running.
Okay, I will.
Don't listen to me. I look like Rob Rosa. Wait a second, Steve. Camera lens coming in. I can't see, man. I can't. Okay. All right, ready? When you do bloopers, Steve Byrnes made me do this.
Let's say, I'm Randy Perrin, I'm Tommy Kirkman. We're in San Francisco and we're both cold.
Okay, go.
You rolling?
We couldn't even do this.
No.
And 5.
And it was a joke.
I'm Randy Pemberton.
And I'm Tommy Kirkman.
And we're in
both
San Francisco.
Oh, here's my dance steps. Yeah. In last year's fall race here at Dover, you'll remember Michael Waltrip drove his brother Daryl's Superflow Chevrolet to his first Busch Grand National. My fault, I should have started. Wasn't our fault. In last year's fall race here at Dover, you'll remember Michael Waltrip drove his brother Daryl's Superflow in 3. Well, he's back at Dover this year with his own post-serials Pontiac, and he put. Sponsors are hard to get Michael's string of good luck continues. I'm making my way over there, though. I can't spit it out. I'm Tommy Kirkman. The bud. He gets that part right every time. 200 for the Busch Grand National Circuit. Okay, one more time. I'll get it this time, Lynn. Oh, another camera wiper. We'll also follow driver in 3. We'll also follow We'll also follow in 3. Ready? Ready? That's Paul. Ready? In 3. And see just how important that didn't make sense. And see just how important it is for.
We're really proud. The Oakville people pretty excited down here.
Scott, I can't breathe.
They had to be. Wow, that was something there.
Pretty good, Tommy.
They did save the best for last, didn't they?
Well, Tommy, I'm glad to learn that younger folks, I have about 30 years on you, and I'm glad to learn that you younger folks can goof up too.
We definitely can.
And you're practicing every day.
That's right.
Well, we're not the only ones that have a good time at the racetrack and cut it from time to time. The drivers get into it at times. Roll that, Eric.
Well, Harold, Mr. Kinder, to tell you the truth, I am just petrified. I am scared to death out there. If I didn't come around that track and if I didn't see you up on that flagger stand, showing the confidence on your face, the confidence in my ability, waving those flags, saying, Jeff, you can do it. Don't be afraid. You will make it. I wouldn't be able to stand it. And I appreciate that. I really do appreciate those little waves, those little gestures of confidence that you display to me while I'm out there going 190, 200 miles an hour.
That's the very words that I was going to say if you would ask me that question, Jeff. And it's been a pleasure to watch you go around the track. At the great speed that you run out there, I would not have the nerve to do that.
Thank you. And that $1,000 I pay you every week has no bearing, no effect on what I just said.
Well, I appreciate it, but I hope you don't charge me tax.
And is that Rolls Royce running okay?
The Rolls Royce is doing fine. I need another one.
The airplane, everything's fine?
Everything's doing good. I need 2 of them.
If you have any trouble, you just call.
That trip to the Bahamas, too.
Okay, thank you.
He got all he wanted.
It makes a funny little tune, and it's helped me out. I try not to be too superstitious about anything, but I'm gonna keep blowing this horn until it stops working. You know, be my guest.
Let's hear it.
I only play it before the race.
Only before the race?
I'm not gonna.
I'll give it a shot. Just blow into it?
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, man.
That was good. We appreciate it. I just want a couple more questions asked.
Okay.
What are your impressions of Dale Earnhardt?
Well, that's a trick question if I ever saw one.
Well.
See what happens when you win a race?
He's ready to come down on you.
No, I was just trying to figure out what it was I was going to say. I sure didn't know he stand behind me.
Okay.
Well, I bet y'all didn't know that the drivers can be comedians from time to time. And Tom, you just brought up a good point.
Yeah, you know, Steve, the great thing about it is at this moment we're already working on new material for another blooper tape.
Volume 2 isn't far behind.
Folks, sincerely, we really do appreciate you joining the sports club and know that you're going to have a lot of fun from it.
keep watching us every week here on Inside Winston Cup Racing. You'll never see any more of this on that show.